and welcome to the ROCKATX online worship experience. You are getting ready to experience God on another level. Whatever you're seeking from God for your life is available for you as you praise, hear the word, and transform your situation. While you're worshiping with us, feel free to interact with our online ministers in the chat and share this broadcast with your friends and family so they can join you online. Also, make sure you subscribe and follow the ROCKATX on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram to stay connected to all the Rock is doing. Now, shake off the worries of the week and get ready to give God some praise. Service will begin soon.
It's there to speak to me. So every time I look at my computer, when I look at this picture, it's conveying a message to me. It's pushing me and prodding me to think a certain way. This, and some of y'all saying, well, yeah, Dr. Moody, this is a picture. This is a picture, if you don't know, this is a picture of shoes. And I keep this picture on my desktop at all times because I always want to be reminded about shoes. Come on, sir. Why? What do you mean, Dr. Moody? Shoes. I have to be reminded because the greatest challenge in life is to be aware of, cognizant of, and willing to change your shoes.
That's why I got a whole bunch of them. Come on, man. That's why.
Now, I want to help you here. I'm not referring to style. I'm not referring to whether you like blue or red, casual or sneakers, heels or flats, boots. I'm not dealing with the literal shoe. I want to talk about an acronym that God gave me several years ago, and I try to keep it always in my mind because I think it's so important that we have to know when to change shoes. And this picture always keeps it in my mind because the shoe you wear has a long-term and lasting effect. I'm going to break it down for you, and I want us to understand that many of us have been in our shoes too long. I'm not talking about heel or flat. I'm not talking about boots or casual. I'm not talking about sneakers. I'm talking about just the idea and the ideology that shoes represent. Dr. Moody, what do you mean? Go to my next slide. I'll show you. A simple acronym for you that God gave me several years ago. I used it. Actually, this was even part of my doctorate program as part of my book. As part of when I train leaders, I talk about leadership and understanding your shoes. Because shoes is an acronym. It represents these aspects. The S stands for sociological factors. That you've got to always be aware as an individual what is happening in the environment and how it's messing with you. And how it's shaping your mind. I'll break it down for you a little further. How it's molding and or twisting you up. You've got to be aware that in America, the sociological factors have shaped your mind a certain way, so you believe certain things are true. And all you got to do is travel abroad, and you're going to find out that many of the things that you believe are fact are actually just assumptions you have. Many of the things that you say, this is just the way the world operates. It doesn't operate that way. You go to Africa, everything slows down. In America, it's like you go to a restaurant, let's sit down, hurry up, take my drinks. Within a couple of minutes, my drink should be here, and then you should be taking my order, and then you should ask me for appetizers, and the appetizers should give you about 5, maybe 10 minutes to prepare the meal, and then the meal should be served quickly, and then within an hour, I should be able to sit down, eat, and then take my check and leave. And that's good service. But if you go to Africa, you sit down. Five minutes go by. 10 minutes go by. Listen, you don't realize that right now, your sociological factors are kicking in. Because you're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, it's terrible service. But they're like, no, you came to eat, sit down and enjoy the company. Talk. Connect. Have a conversation. You came here to, listen, this wasn't a fast food establishment. Sit down. Enjoy each other. Y'all came together, right? And then they come, and after about 15 minutes, they say, what would you like to drink?
Drink after 15 minutes?
And then they go away for another 15 minutes. Oh, and sociologically, you like, if you're from America, you're like, terrible service. What's wrong with our waiter? What's wrong with our, and you're going off, and they're looking at you like, what is wrong with you? You came in to dine. Sit down. Sociological factors. Am I making sense? Making sense? Because that means that your concept of time, right, wrong, and some things that you believe are true are just shoes you wear. And you put you in another environment, and you're going to find out those shoes don't fit. Talking to a pastor, one of the pastors in Ghana, and he said to me, emphatically, he says, I don't know what racism is. And he said, why would someone's opinion about you bother you? He was like, if I see somebody in a room that doesn't look like me, they just in the room. So I want to understand that some of our sociological factors am I starting to make sense to you?
Thank you for worshiping with us today. If you're in need of prayer or someone to talk to, our online ministers are available for you right now in the chat. And we invite you to join us again for our extraordinary worship services every Sunday at 10:30 a.m., Sunday at 4 p.m., and Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central, where Dr. Moody teaches how to understand the Bible, and you can get your biblical questions answered. We look forward to connecting with you and ask that you subscribe to TheROCKATX on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay connected to all The Rock is doing. Also, you can connect with us through our website at TheROCKATX.org. Again, thank you for worshiping with us, and be blessed.